Hey y'all, JR here. Finally getting around to doing something with this hard cider I started in early September. First thing we're going to do, safety check the Beretta 92 FS. And of course, it is loaded for my safety. I'm going to transfer our cider from our 5-gallon glass carboy into these 1-gallon glass jugs. Looks like I got about 4 gallons of cider in there, but I'm really thinking I'm only going to end up with about 3 gallons. I'll show you guys why. Must be 2.5 inches of sediment at the bottom of this. We're going to use our brewer's siphon because I definitely don't want to be taking any of that with us into our final product. After I get everything transferred, we're going to do some back sweetening and some flavoring, give it a taste test, and we'll see how it turned out. There it is, 3 gallons of cider. I took a hydrometer reading, ended up being 1.00, which means we consumed all our sugar. Should be about 5% strong. Well, I decided the first thing I better do is give this a taste before I go adding any other flavorings and see what we think of it. Here she goes. Boy, if I wouldn't have made this, I'd say it tastes like crap. It doesn't hardly taste like apples. Definitely not like a boozy flavor. I would definitely like it if it was sweeter. So I think what I'm going to do is start with some regular old white table sugar. I'm going to go 1/4 cup at a time. Shake the living hell out of it, and then take a hydrometer reading and another taste test. So in goes our first 1/4 cup of just regular white table sugar. Baking sugar, or whatever the heck we want to call it. And I'm not going to make you guys watch me shake this, so I'll get this all mixed in. We'll take a hydrometer reading and see where we go from there. I ended up using 1 cup of sugar. My final gravity reading is 1.20, which is about how sweet we liked our Viking's Blood mead. The sugar seemed to help to bring out the flavor of the apple. I don't know if the juice was lacking a little bit of sweetness or quite what was going on there. I guess the yeast I am using really does consume all the sugar and has made both of my batches real dry so far. Maybe I'll look into another yeast. Maybe I'll just keep making strong booze and putting a little sugar in it at the end. I'll get set up with our next flavors and show you guys what we got going on. Next up, light brown sugar, apple pie spice. I'm going to go with a full tablespoon of the apple pie spice. Maybe call it a heaping tablespoon. I'm going to drop that in there like that. That, and then we're going to do 1 full cup of the light brown sugar. Again, I'm not going to waste your guys' time watching me fight in 1 cup of brown sugar, because I'm sure it's not going to run very well. Again, we'll get a cup in there, shake the living shit out of it. I'll take a hydrometer reading, give it a taste. The brown sugar is not as sweet as the white sugar. I ended up with a final gravity reading of about 1.3. The apple pie spice didn't incorporate quite as well as I had hoped it would. It really did change the color between the brown sugar and the pie spice. This I'll probably leave sit for a week, keep shaking it up. See if that spice doesn't incorporate a little bit more. Smells good, tastes good. I'd call this one a success. Third and final gallon. We're going to do 2 whole cinnamon sticks. They're probably 3.5 inches long. Just going to go ahead and drop those right in there. I'm going to do a 1/2 orange, sliced up so I can fit it into the jar. Peel and all. Oh, that one's not going to go. When in doubt, force it, right? So we got our 1/2 orange stuffed in there. Then I'm going to do 1 cup of white sugar again, because I really like how that tasted and brought out the apple flavor. And honestly, it isn't near the pain in the ass that getting brown sugar through this funnel was. So we'll get this all mixed together, give it a good shake, give you guys a look at it here. And I am not going to bother with a taste test, because I figure it's going to take a week or 2 for that cinnamon stick to dissolve and the flavor to really come out of that. There it is, the fruits of my labor. 3 separate gallons of hard cider, 3 separate flavors. Got the cinnamon orange, pie spice and brown sugar, and then just the sweetened with white sugar batch. I really appreciate everybody stopping by, leaving comments. I had a great time doing this. I'm going to leave a link to the other videos in this series. Please, when you're ready, adopt a pet. Support your local animal shelters, and I'll see y'all on the next one.